Hey guys, welcome back. So Infinity has tons of fun little features and hidden tricks, and even after version 1.11 I still get tons of questions about them. So today I'm just going through my top tips and tricks for version 1.11. So let's get into it. All right, so first we're going to start with the new gifts that you can give to your friends. So going up to the gift wrapping table, you can select a friend to give a gift to, and then you'll notice that there are 3 new gifts. The first one is the sandwich cookie table, and this one to craft is going to be 5 fruitful sweetheart biscuits along with leaf stones, 150 of them. And then we have the fragrant teacup chair. This one is going to be 5 of the golden snowland milkshakes along with 10 of the dual tone sunset puff blooms. And then our last one here is the sweet teacup chair, and this one is 10 of the sunken treasure milkshakes along with 15 of the azure pon bloom flowers. You unlock the recipe for the fruitful sweetheart biscuit at level 4 of your construction ability, and then for the 2 drink recipes you unlock them at level 5. So that's for the golden snowland milkshake and then the sunken treasure milkshake. For the drinks, you can create them at the bar counter, so make sure that you have it placed out and not resized. If you do resize it, it won't detect that you're trying to use the ability on it, so make sure it's not resized. And then you can use the ability and go to your recipe book, and then you will find the golden snowland milkshake along with the sunken treasure milkshake. What's really nice is that after you cook the dish 5 times, you can then automatically cook them. So I've already done that for the sunken treasure milkshake. So if I actually go to create them now, I can actually quick cook, and you can make more than one at a time depending on your ingredients, like how many ingredients you have. So it's really nice that you don't have to, do the interaction each time. But if you do want to do the interaction each time, you can just simply press cook and then cook as you normally would. And then the same thing for the dessert. You're going to want to go to the correct table for the desserts, select your recipes, and then go to fruitful sweetheart biscuit. And then you're going to go ahead and cook those. So you will need sugar, you'll need flowers, and then the pearls. So it will tell you exactly what you need, and then you can cook it from there. That brings me into number 2, which is our new seeds that we can plant. So we have the aroma sprig seed, the sweet root seed, the fragrant tea seed, and the chillax seed. So these here can be purchased either from Posy, or you can purchase them while you're planting. The seed can be planted in a small field. The herbs grow here release a rich, lasting fragrance, offering endless possibilities of flavor. Then the sweet root is also a small field that is a seed that grows plump and round, sweet and crisp offerings of 100 possible flavors. We have the fragrant tea seed that is a medium field. It grows into a fragrant, refreshing tea leaves, offering hundreds of possible flavors. And then we also have the chillax seed that is a medium field, and it grows into small yet fiery, offering hundreds of possible flavors. So you can now start planting these. And what's really nice as well is that with the new update, there are hidden surprises from the tinkle tree and the cloud tree, so when you plant them. And then I move into starlight moments. There has been new changes to it. So the new starlight moments task type has been added, and the collection route has been optimized. This patch has been simplified, and other Starlight Moment task locations have now been integrated into the daily collection route. It makes it more convenient for stylists. So what this means is that your route for collecting the Starlight crystals has been made easier, as well as the tasks that are done daily on the Sea of Stars, they have made it so that you can easily complete them during your route. And then that brings me into the new star crystal tree. You will notice on the map that there is a new star crystal tree that you can go to, and you'll see behind me, this is the tree, and what it does is it condenses the starlight crystals that you didn't pick up from the day before. So if you see scattered starlight gathers on treetops and crystallize over time, stylists can stop here to collect the starlight crystals. So this is the menu for the starlight crystal tree. You'll see the storage, you'll see how many. So every day uncollected starlight crystals and starlight shards from the Sea of Stars will gather in the starlight crystal tree and convert into starlight crystals at 4 o'clock the next day. So as you can see, I have 100 there. My storage is 120. And then it also shows us to harvest. So I have 21 I can harvest now out of 40. All condensed is 3 minutes and 2 seconds left. And then you can ring the star bell. So I'm going to go ahead and ring it. And then you will see them all fall around me. And then you can pick them up. Another fun added feature to the starlight tree is the animal transformation. So similar to how we have it over in the other area, you are able to transform into the little tiny critters, and then it still will have your starlight crystals condensing. So it's just a fun little addition that you can do with your friends that are also on the island with you, and you can turn into like the little cute animals. They're so cute. And then if you want to end it, you just press backspace and then it will ask you to confirm exit, and then you can just go back to playing as normal while your starlit crystals are condensing. And see, I have 10 now I can harvest, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and they will all fall around for me to collect. Did you know that while sitting at one of the chairs in the Sea of Stars, you can actually chat with your friends? So if you press enter while sitting, it will open up the chat menu. And then you'll see here that there is a public channel that you can actually speak with anybody else on the Sea of Stars who are also sitting down. It is a fun feature to, if you're just sitting and hanging out, you can actually chat with your friends there. Another fun feature is that if you go to the menu, so at the side, if you press caps lock, you can actually change the song that is playing on the Sea of Stars. So if you see here, I've changed mine to A Spoonful of Sunshine. And then if you actually get back up, you'll notice that the song is still playing. This is a fun, cute feature that maybe not a lot of people know about. And then we move into the star collecting ability. So you will notice that when you use the star collecting ability, you will have a new option at the top right hand side. This will allow you to replace where they are, so it will be random. You're not going to be able to choose, but let's say you have one of the small little meteorites.
When Nikki shows up, even falling meteors can't help but be drawn in.
So let's say when you're going to collect them, there are some in spots that are not easy to get, or, off the map or up high. So instead of climbing or, not collecting them, you can actually press this button here. So it will redirect meteorite positions. You can use the ability to redirect a meteorite. Afterwards, the current meteorite position will become invalid. So I'm going to go ahead and press continue. And then they have just moved to a new area. So the one I was going to collect over here is now over here for me to collect. So this will help stylists out if they have any in spots that are not easy to collect. You can always do it again as well. There is a cooldown on how many times, like how often you can use this feature. But let's say there are some over in another spot that's impossible to collect. You can just go ahead and press it again, and then you see they have just moved in new spots for you to collect. Have you ever placed one of the cooking tables and you notice that your Nikki is not interacting with it? You're not seeing that the ability is not glowing? Well, I have a tip for you. So when placing the object, first things first, make sure that you don't resize it. So if you go to place it and you happen to resize it smaller or bigger, resizing any of the furniture items will make it so that your Nikki will not be able to interact with it. So the best way to fix this would be to remove it, and then you can go back in and then you can re-add it as normal. So if you re-add it and then you go to save, and then you go into your cooking ability, you will now notice that your Nikki will interact with that furniture item again. Another tip, so if you are, let's say, adding a furniture frame, so if we go here and we add a photo frame, and let's say we want to add this one here, right? All right, so we have our frame, and let's say you make it bigger or smaller. So I made mine a little bit bigger, and I'm like, okay, that's perfect. That's exactly how I want it. It fits really well, right? So you go ahead and then you save. You will notice that you're not able to add a photo to it. So how to fix this is, again, delete that photo frame. And then go ahead and add it back. So you can go ahead and add it. All right, so then after you have saved, you can then add your photo to the frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one of my new photos. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, I guess, this one here. Perfect. All right, so now I have my photo. So let's say you still want to resize it. You can actually go back in and then you can make it bigger or smaller depending on what you're looking for in your home. I'm going to make mine bigger and, maybe add it to my wall somewhere, or actually make it smaller so I can fit it right here. And there we go. Do you want to take close-up photos with NPCs like this? Well, I'm going to show you the easiest way to do so. So you'll notice that when you walk up to one of the NPCs, I'm using Giovanni here as an example, you cannot get too close to them, which makes taking photos really difficult. But an easy way to go about this is if you turn off NPC in your settings, and then you use this function here with the 2 feet icon, and you walk close into like the direction that they're in. So I'm just kind of guessing where he's like in this general area. You go back and then you turn the NPC on again. You'll see that you can move now closer to them. See, I'm literally like in him now. You will have to play around with it, of course. So I will usually turn off the NPC again, move forward like a few. I try to move forward as like minimal as possible. It is a little bit difficult, so you will have to play around with it. And then you can use whichever pose you would like. So this one still is a little bit far for my liking. So what I'll do again is I'll make it brighter. So I will actually go back in to, I'll turn off NPC again. I'll go like this. I'll try to move like once like that. And then I will do the exact same thing again. So I'll turn it back on. And that definitely looks like a lot better. Like now it looks like we're literally a couple. Look at us. Like obviously I'm like right inside of his arm, but it kind of looks like I'm like tucked in there. a little bit, which is like really cute, I think. So if you've been struggling with this is just an easy way for you to take those close-up photos with the NPCs, any NPC really in the game. So then we move into the snapshot. So on your home island, you actually have the ability of adding these little hourglass snapshots. You can add them on your friends' islands and they can add them on yours and vice versa, and you can interact with them. So I have added one on my friend Fairy's island, as you see here. So they will be able to see this and take a look at it so we can view it. And this is me here. You can open it up. You can take a look at it, click on it to close it. You can give it a like. You can use the parameters. You can hide it. So if you don't want it on there anymore, it will ask you, would you like to hide the hourglass during this login? You can either confirm or cancel that. So that is there. And if you, let's say you don't want this feature, if you go to your settings and head on over to custom and scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to see under the home settings, allow visitors to post snapshots on home island. So you can actually toggle this on or off. Totally up to you. And then our last one that we're going to be going through today is going to be how to get the other group cloaks, because I've had a lot of people ask me. So on your encore season, go to unleash your style and then head over to your contest briefing. So in the contest briefing, it shows you a lot of different information about the phases, the groups, and so on. But at the very bottom here, you're going to see your inspiration points contributed. So there's a bunch of different rewards for how many inspiration points you have contributed to the board. And during the little and in the rewards, you're going to see these little treasure chest looking pieces. So what these are, those are the actual cloaks. So once you have hit the milestone for this one here, and then also the last milestone, these are how you get the 2 other cloaks. If you don't see the cloaks in your inventory, but you have reached this milestone, it most likely is because you haven't opened up the chest as of yet. So what you can do is you can actually head over to your backpack and it should be listed in your backpack. So take a look in your backpack. It should be there. If you do see it, you can click on it. I've already interacted with mine, so unfortunately I don't have mine here. But you will be able to click on it and then it will open up the cloaks section, basically asking you to choose one. If you already have one and already have 2 and not the other, like the last one, then you'll be able just to click on it and then it will give you that last cloak. So definitely take a look into your backpack. If you are missing one of the cloaks, then you probably have a chest in there that you can select and get the last cloak. And then where you can find the cloaks after that is just in your inventory. So if you go to your inventory and you head over to outerwear, you will be able to see all of the cloaks from the game. Well guys, that is everything for this video. I do hope it helped. Maybe you found out something that you didn't know previously, or maybe you did know and you just needed a visual on what it was all about. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!